The Talkative Turtle and Two Swan. Two swans and a turtle lived in a pond in jungle. They were all best friends. It did not rain for a whole year. The pond was slowly drying out, so the swans decided to find a new one. Within a few days, they found a new pond. Both swans could easily reach it but not the turtle. Much thought, the swans came up with an idea. The first swan said to the turtle,
"We will bring a stick. Grab it tightly in the middle with your mouth.
Then the three of us can fly to the new pond." The second swan warned, "Turtle,
you talk a lot. You cannot speak while we are in the air.
If you open your mouth, there will be trouble."
The turtle laughed and said,
"Brother, I will be completely silent."
The next day, the swans brought a thick stick. The turtle grabbed it with his teeth, and the three set off on their journey to the new pond. When the people of a town saw them on the way, they were surprised. They shouted in delight at the odd display. The turtle could not control himself. As soon as he opened his mouth to respond, he crashed to the ground and got terribly injured. Moral: do not speak more than necessary. The Naughty Piglet. A long time ago, many wild pigs lived in jungle. They lived in unity. So much so that even the lion maintained his distance. Among them was a naughty little piglet. One day, while he was playing alone in the forest, he thought of a prank. "Save me! The lion has come," he started shouting. Within a few moments, many wild pigs came to help him. When asked about the lion, the naughty piglet started laughing. Everyone realized he was up to no good. The piglet really enjoyed this prank. He did it every day. The elderly pig tried to get him stop, but he did not listen. Eventually, all the pigs got used to his prank. Now, whenever he called for help, only one or two pigs would come or sometimes none. One day, the piglet wandered deep into the forest. A lion saw him roaming alone and prowled towards him. When the piglet saw the lion, he ran away in fear and started calling for help. When the other pigs heard his call, they thought that the little piglet was making mischief again. So one came to his aid. In the end, the lion made the piglet his prey. Moral of the story: no one believes a liar even when he tells the truth.
The Black Duck and Ant. There was a massive lake where a pair of ducks lived. They were friends with all the animals and birds in the forest. A few days later, the duck laid 3 eggs from which 3 ducklings were born. 2 ducklings were white and 1 was black. All the animals praised the beauty of the 2 ducklings. No one said a word about the black duckling. The duckling grew into ducks as time passed. The white ducks were arrogant and hot-tempered. The black duck, on the other hand, was very calm and humble. The black duck lived in harmony with everyone. The 2 ducks always picked fights. One summer afternoon, an ant was drinking water by the edge of the lake. Suddenly, he slipped and fell into the water. The ant was drowning. He asked the 2 ducks playing in the pond for help, but they ignored him. Then the black duck came wandering. When he saw the ant drowning, he rushed to save him. He let the ant sit on his back as he brought him to safety. The ant thanked the black duck and left. The heroic story of the ant's rescue soon spread throughout the forest, and the black duck became famous. Moral of the story: true happiness lies in living a life of humility and harmony.
The Two-Faced Jackal. A very dangerous jackal lived in forest. All the animals of the forest were afraid of him. With the passage of time, the jackal became old and weak. It became difficult for him to hunt. So he made a plan to get prey easily. Like a sage, he started chanting "Ram Ram" throughout the day. The animals thought that the jackal heart really changed, but the jackal was very cunning. He pretended to worship all day and hunted animals while they slept at night. 2 rabbits lived in the same forest. Both were good friends. One day, they got into a fight over a carrot. Their fight went on for a long time, yet it was nowhere close to getting resolved. One of the rabbits suggested, "Let us go to Baba Jackal. Only he can help us now." Both the rabbits came to the jackal with the carrot. They bowed to him from afar. Jackal asked the reason for their visit. One of them said, "Baba, we both are fighting about how to share this carrot." The jackal looked around carefully and thought, "No one is around. If I eat them, no one will know." The jackal said, "Give me that carrot. I will divide it equally between the two of you." The rabbit approached the jackal without much thought. Sensing the opportunity, the jackal attacked them both in an instant. Moral of the story: in a fight between two, the third always wins.
The Jackal and Crane. Once there was two friends lived in forest. One was a crane and the other was a jackal. One day, the jackal thought of a prank. He said to the crane,
Friend, I will make pudding tomorrow. You must come. We will enjoy it together.
The crane happily reached the jackal's house the next day. The jackal served him pudding on a plate. The crane could not reach the plate. On the other hand, the jackal quickly licked the pudding off of his.
What happened? Don't you like it?
The jackal asked. The crane did not know what to say. So he said his stomach was upset. On hearing this, the jackal also ate the pudding on the crane's plate. The crane had to go hungry that day. The crane knew that the jackal had played a dirty joke on him. He decided to teach him a lesson. This time, the crane invited the jackal for lunch. The crane served him noodles in a tall, narrow bottle. The jackal couldn't even fit his tongue in it. With his long beak, the crane easily slurped all his noodles. He asked the jackal, "What happened, friend? Is your stomach upset today? Here, let me help you finish your food." Then the crane ate all the jackal's noodles. Thus, the jackal suffered the consequences of his prank. It was his turn to starve. Moral of the story: as you sow, so shall you reap. The Peacock and the Crow. Once there was a proud peacock. One day, he was drinking water from a lake. A crow arrived to quench his thirst. The peacock rudely turned his back on the crow. The peacock and the crow started drinking water. Afterwards, the peacock was admiring his pretty feathers in the lake's reflection. He was very proud of his beauty. The crow approached the peacock after drinking water.
Why did you turn your face to the other side after seeing me?
The peacock said rudely, "I am the most beautiful bird in the forest, and you are ugly. I do not want to talk to you." The crow was very sad to hear this. He flew away. A fowler had been trying to catch the peacock for a while. Sensing the opportunity, he set a trap on the lake's edge. The crow flew by the same time. The peacock begged the crow for help.
You didn't even want to talk to me. Why should I help you?
The peacock was ashamed. He apologized to the crow. The crow forgave the peacock. The crow left with a promise to return in a while. The crow went to his friend Mouse and asked him for help. The mouse immediately cut the net with his teeth and set the peacock free. Moral of the story: those who forgive are always great. From that day, Peacock, the crow, and the mouse became best friends. The sparrow and the elephant. A beautiful sparrow lived in a huge tree. Once, she laid 3 eggs. She was eagerly waiting for them to hatch. Just then, a mean elephant stopped by the tree. He was very proud of his strength. He shook and shook and shook the tree to break it. The tree did not break, but the sparrow's eggs crashed to the ground. The sparrow was very sad. Several days later, she met her friend, the woodpecker. The sparrow narrated the whole story to the woodpecker. "Sister, all the animals and birds of this forest are upset because of this proud elephant. It is time he learned his lesson." The woodpecker had 2 more friends, the frog and the bee. They came up with a plan together. A few bees started buzzing in the elephant's ears. The elephant was mesmerized by the sound. Then the woodpecker poked both the elephant's eyes with his sharp beak. The elephant was in a lot of pain. He blindly started running here and there. The frog took advantage of this opportunity. He started croaking in chorus with his friends near a swamp. It made the elephant think there was a pond nearby. He rushed in the direction of the sound, and fell into the swamp. Moral of the story: together, you can defeat even the biggest foe, the deer and the horse. A horse was eating on the lush grass in the forest. He thought, if no one comes here, he can have all this grass to himself. After some time, a deer came along. When the horse saw the deer eating the grass, he got angry. The horse went to the deer and yelled,
This is my area. Go and find your own.
The deer calmly replied,
This forest belongs to all of us. I am not going anywhere.
The horse decided to take revenge on the deer. He went to a hunter and said,
I can help you hunt a massive deer.
The hunter said,
He runs very quickly. How will I follow him?
The horse replied,
I am fast, too. All you have to do is sit on my back. I will take you to him.
The hunter immediately got on the horse's back. The horse galloped to the deer. The hunter killed the deer when he saw the opportunity. The horse said,
You have hunted the deer. Now let me go.
The hunter laughed and said,
I really enjoyed the ride. Only a fool would let you go.
The once wild horse became a hunter's servant. Moral of the story: be careful of whom you turn into a friend or a foe.
The Fox, the Donkey, and the Lion. A long time ago, a fox saw a strong and healthy donkey. The fox wanted to eat him, but he was not sure he could hunt the donkey on his own. So, the fox befriended the donkey till he found a way to kill him. The fox noticed that a lion had also caught sight of the donkey. The fox warily approached the lion. Sir, I know you want to eat that donkey. I can help you, but you have to share, the fox said. The lion agreed and carefully listened to the fox's plan. The next day, took the donkey to a field where the lion was hiding. The lion hunted the donkey with great ease. When the fox asked for his share, the lion attacked him too. Moral of the story: he who deceives others will also be deceived.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more stories.
The Frog and the Snake. Once there was a proud frog who lived in pond with other frogs. He believed he was smarter than the others. Because of this pride, he always fought with the others. After the last fight, the proud frog decided to teach them a lesson. He traveled to a faraway burrow under a tree where a snake lived. The proud frog offered,
I know you like eating frogs. I can lead you to them on one condition.
The overjoyed snake agreed.
The next day, the proud frog took some frogs to play. He led them to a spot where the snake lay in wait. Sensing the opportunity, the snake gobbled all the frogs. The proud frog led a new batch of frogs to the snake every day. Slowly, fewer and fewer frogs remained in the pond. One fine day, all of the proud frog's enemies were gone. The snake said,
I am hungry. Arrange food for me.
With no one left but his friends, the frog offered them to the snake. Next time the snake asked for food, the proud frog said,
There is no frog left for you in this pond.
The snake smiled.
Oh, but there is you.
Then the snake swallowed the proud frog.
Moral of the story: pride leads to downfall.
The intelligent rabbit and elephant. Once there was a rabbit who went forest in search of food. Suddenly, lightning flashed and it started raining. All the frightened animals began rushing home. The rabbit somehow reached under the tree. A mango tree had fallen and now blocked the entrance. He tried to move the tree, but he could not move the mango tree. A cow was passing by. The rabbit asked the cow for help. The cow said,
Please help me to move this tree.
My children are alone at home. If I am late, they will be scared.
The cow carried on. The rabbit asked many animals for help, but everyone wanted to go home because of the storm. The rabbit thought now he had to act with intelligence. He saw an elephant coming his way. The rabbit called out,
I heard you are very powerful. Then why are you running in fear?
I am not afraid. I am just going home.
Don't make excuses. If you really are strong, then prove it. Move this mango tree.
The elephant immediately picked up the tree and threw it. The rabbit said, Wow, I am convinced that you really are mighty. The elephant proudly went on his way. And the rabbit finally reached his home.
Moral of the story: you can accomplish any task with intelligence.
The merciful lion. Deep in the forest, a lion was on the hunt. He saw a deer and prepared to attack her. The deer spotted Lion and realized that she would die today. She said,
"Sir, my baby is alone at home and hungry. Let me see him one last time. I will meet him and come back quickly. Then you can eat me."
The lion said. The deer pleaded with the lion a lot. In the end, the lion took pity on her. He released her with strict orders to return soon. The deer rushed home and fed her baby. The baby noticed that his mother was upset. He asked her what was wrong. The deer told the deer baby what had happened. The baby said,
"Do not worry, mother, I will beg him to release you."
The deer refused, but the baby was stubborn. At last, the deer went to the lion with her baby. The deer said,
"Sir, I have come to you as promised, but please do not hurt my baby."
"No, sir, eat me instead."
I am glad you kept your promise. But the love you have for each other has changed my mind. Leave. I will find another prey.
The deer and the baby left happily. Moral of the story: always keep your promises. The mouse and the monk. A magical monk lived in a village. Tales of his miracles spread far and wide. A small mouse shared the same village. He was very afraid of cats. "The monk will definitely help me if I ask." And so, he told the monk his problem. The monk said, "I will turn you into a cat. That should solve all your problems." The monk cast a spell that turned the mouse into a cat. Now he could go anywhere without fear. Everything was fine for a few days. But then a dog caught sight of him. The cat quickly ran to the monk and told him everything. This time, the monk turned him into a dog. The mouse was very happy as a dog. Alas, his happiness did not last long. Humans kept chasing him away. He reached out to the monk once more. "Please turn me into a lion so no one will bother me," he requested. The monk recited a mantra. The mouse immediately turned into a lion and said, "I am hungry. I will eat you." He attacked the monk. The monk understood that this mouse was selfish and ungrateful. He quickly turned the lion back into a mouse. Moral of the story: do not harm those who help you. The selfish bat. Once, there was a fight between the animals and birds. Things escalated and a war broke out. A bat thought he could fly like a bird, but did not lay eggs. So he had the qualities of both, a bird and animal. The bat planned to join the party that won. There was a time during the war when it looked like the animals were going to win. At that time, the bat joined forces with the animals. Later, there also came a time when the birds were winning. So the bat abandoned the animals to join the birds. The war continued for many days. But there was no clear victor. In the end, the bird and the animals called a truce. Both parties ignored the bat. They thought he was selfish because he did not help anyone in the war. The animals and birds both refused to accept him. That bat was left all alone. Moral of the story: the selfish do not have friends.
The tortoise, monkey, and the elephant. Once upon a time 3 friends lived in forest. A tortoise, an elephant, and a monkey. One day, the elephant and monkey started arguing. Each thought he was better than the other. The wise tortoise said,
Whoever wins my contest will be declared the best. Tomorrow, you both have to cross the river. There is a mango tree on the other side. He who brings a mango without harming the tree will win.
The next day, the contest began. When the elephant started to swim across the river, the monkey hopped on his back. He requested the elephant to help him cross the river. The elephant agreed. The monkey was his friend, after all. As soon as they reached the riverbank, the monkey quickly climbed the tree and plucked a mango. The elephant stretched his trunk as far as possible, but couldn't reach any of the mangoes. He asked the monkey for help. The monkey instantly got a mango for the elephant. They crossed the river together and came to the tortoise. The tortoise asked,
Did you help each other during the contest?
Yes, the monkey and the elephant replied. Then no one is inferior or superior. Both of you are equals, the tortoise declared. Moral of the story: Tortoise, the monkey, and the elephant teaches the valuable lesson that everyone has their own strengths, and by working together, individuals can achieve more than they could alone.